Hello, it's Saturday night, it's Las Vegas, it's the Strip, it's the Riviera Hotel, and it's the finals of the IIC. It's the 7th year of this fantastic event, hundreds of entries. Let's go over to Scotty for his thoughts on what must be the premier class.
Modified division, rubber tire. It is, you can call it a world championship. Everybody is here from around the world, the best of the best. Pretty only one driver, Ulysse Groskamp, about of the big guns that's not here. So it is anybody's race. They've all shown very, very good pace. They've all been very, very competitive. Noato took the TQ in this one. Ronald Volker fast. Reinhard Hagberg really looked good. Only 2 U.S. drivers in this one, Rick Howard and Paul Lemieux. So to take a pick, they always love putting me on the spot with this one. I'm going to lean towards Ronald Volker in this one. He's had a great year in Europe, and we're going to take Ronald from second on the grid.
So, Naoto Matsukura taking a surprise pole in the modified class. He's come on massively in his touring car driving. Of course, he's double world champion in 12th, leading the perhaps early favourite Ronald Volker and then Mark Reinhardt, the 2 Germans. And that was where the real battle was for this entire race. A little mistake there by Volker when he lost second, and Mark came past him with the Tamiya. I mean, a fantastic performance both these drivers. Really close. Mark and Ronald obviously been racing all year, indoors and out, in the European scene for dominance. But of course, Naoto was ahead of both of them. It was a very tough and a fantastic overtaking manoeuvre there by Ronald as he came in through the infield chicanes. He just found the space that didn't even seem to be there. And this track, which it didn't initially look like it was a good one for overtaking, proved to be a fantastic racing circuit. But Mark wasn't going to let that one go. He harried Ronald lap after lap. It's fantastic close racing you only get with the greatest of touring car drivers. You know, never more than a car's length between them. So courteous, no accidents, no one tipping anybody, and Ronald holding back Mark. It was letting Naoto get away, but there was an own private German battle. And just at that point there, where just a little barrier clip put Mark out of that final, which meant that Naoto could cruise through to a modified win and a great performance by the young Japanese. He's come on leaps and bounds, and he really is looking like a major chance for the World Championship next year in Holland. So the final result was Naoto Matsukura from Ronald Volker, Victor Wilk top 3rd, and Andy Moore in the HBA was 4th, and the rest of them are in front of you. Now to a fantastic week for you and a great win in modified touring. What is the difference this year? You are much faster with a touring car. Your 12th car, always fast. Now you're fast with a touring car.
Basically, he's modeled his driving after Ronald, who's his teammate, just to drive smoother on the corners, and that's helped him quite a bit.
So Naoto, the protege of Masami Hirosaka, is still learning, but I think we're going to have to look out for him at every track event. And now back to Scotty, who brings us a fantastic new class.
This is the Formula One class. We decided to put this class in kind of late stages of the event, and it really turned out to be maybe the one of the most special because you got big guns in it. You got Mark Reinhardt, Victor Wilk in it, Hayato's in it, and a lot of guys that really love Formula One, the scale appearance and things like that. And Bruce Carboni from Speed Merchant surprised me with a car and fielded me in the field. So it's really cool to have the big guns in it. If I got to pick, I don't know, who's that guy sitting 9th? Scotty Ernst, he's got to be my pick for the win in Formula One.
So Hayato in the Sauber leads him away from Hero in the Red Bull, then Vilk in the McLaren, and behind them it's Reinhardt in the Ferrari. This is quite fun, isn't it? Anyway, Hayato made a mistake which let through the 2nd and 3rd drivers into 1st and 2nd. So it's Hero from Vilk driving really nicely. It's really lovely to see these cars go around in scale. The battles were certainly very realistic, and Hero made a mistake which normally would have put an F1 car out, but actually just let Victor Vilk in the Hamilton Mercedes take through the lead, which Hayato, who we've seen had the pace of most of the field, he clipped in there, and suddenly we see there's Reinhardt taking advantage, or trying to cover his teammate there, the Tamiya teammate Vilk closed the door. So it's a McLaren from Ferrari from Sauber, or more importantly it is Vilk from Reinhardt from Hayato, who makes easy meet there of touring car world champion Mark Reinhardt. Not finding his F1 cars quite so easy, and now he's hunting down Victor Vilk, looking to go left, looking to go right, coming just to the inside, and a beautiful move there from Hayato, really driving around the circuit, driving around the outside. Now further back we had a magnificent battle between Mark Reinhardt and Hero, going at it hammer and tongs for many laps. These little close Nicks were indicative of a fantastic battle, which actually went down to the line and in fact went to Hero's favour by a couple of thousandths of a second, but some gentlemanly driving there as he, well, obviously that would be much more serious in a real F1 car, but it was Hayato Matsuzaki who really was the class of the field with his Sauber, and he took a very well-deserved win in this, the inaugural F1 class. Great stuff. So the overall result was it was Hayato who won it with Victor Vilk in second. It was a Hero in third, Mark Ryan in fourth, and you can read the rest of the top 10. Well, it's in front of you now. Hayato, a great win. You had a long lead. You had a crash. You had to come back through. Is it hard to overtake with these cars?
Yes. Final race is very high bite grip, and then after crash, my wing is broke, and then less tractions. Yeah, very difficult to drive. Yeah.
Do you think Kamui will be proud of you?
Yes, I like Kamui. Yeah.
Well, the Japanese do love their hometown heroes. Now a chance to look at some of the other major events of the 2IC. So in the 17.5 Superstock, it was all about Atsushi Hara and Kevin Ebert. Hara had been the class of the field, but Ebert came back really well during the race until this happened. Yeah, I don't think your car should really catch fire. There's more smoke you see from an IC car, so it's not good for an electric TC6. All this left it for an easy win for Hara and the HB TCX to make it a nice start to the finals for the Japanese man. You managed to get the TCX handling really well here, though.
Yes, actually, especially for the 17.5, I think it's really, really great.
Into the World GT, and Josh Sherrill really benefited from a big accident which took out all his major rivals. Uber Honeywell managed to work his way back to the field with his fantastic overtake of Mike Blackstock. Great race this one. You'll see all the highlights on RC Racing TV later in the year. But there's Josh taking the win in World GT Expert. And in 12th, Naoto Matsukura, the double world champion, also got away well. He had a long battle with Kevin Ebert, who didn't catch fire this time, but caught a bad break when the bobble there by Naoto. He hit Ebert, and perhaps really the Japanese should have given the result back to Ebert at that point, but he was a lot quicker, and he stroked it home for another 12-scale modified win. Well, we've really enjoyed being here at the 2IC this year. It's a fantastic event, and we're so glad we come back again to cover it. But I think the final word needs to be with the man himself, Scotty Ernst.
Well, everybody, that is a wrap for the 2011 International Indoor Championships. This crazy dream that we came up with 7 years ago has become a reality and has grown to be the biggest on-road race in the world. This year especially, we have more international drivers ever that have come to Las Vegas for the IIC, and it's something that makes us all very, very proud. We talked about earlier that it's like a World Championships. The best of the best come here. So even though it doesn't have the name World Championship, if you win one of the big divisions here at the IIC, it is just an amazing accomplishment because the talent level and the pressure that is here is no different than any World Championship that is around the world. So we'll be back 2012 here at the Riviera, no doubt about it. It is the IIC Indoor Carpet Race in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you want to race the best on a beautiful facility in an exciting city, the IIC 2012, that's the place to be. We'll see you next year.